Welcome back to the channel. So I just left my friend's backyard, and it's kind of early. They wanted to sleep in a little bit, so I didn't want to wake them up. I didn't want to do a voiceover thing, make a big hoopla in the backyard. But I will tell you, last night I was awoken to a moose. I'm not sure, but I think that's a moose outside my den. Yikes. It sounds like he's right there. Can you believe it? Making his bellow call. And it startled me because I don't really like to be in close proximity to an animal that weighs 2,000 pounds and wants to do one thing. So I decided to not make any noise and just see if it would pass. And it did. It wasn't super close to me anyway, so that's fine. This is downtown Fort Kent. Blink and you'll miss it. There is a brewery down there I'm going to try to get to after our quick little morning loop here, which you're about to see why. This is so cool. But unfortunately, it started raining. It's like super disappointing. Every time I've taken a trip the last couple times, it's been raining. So, but we're going to go to mile 1, first mile. And then we're going to go to Canada and search for a Tim Hortons. Darcy's not with us, so we don't have to stop in McDonald's. Because you go to McDonald's, and then you come to this store, and you go gas and go. Right? We're right on the Canadian border, so everything is in gallons and liters. Oui, gagnon. And my phone keeps telling me, welcome to Canada. Because it doesn't understand where I am. And this is a campground that Fort Kent runs, which is kind of cool. So if you don't make it to your normal place, you can camp right here. But it's kind of expensive, considering you really don't get anything. It was like $25 a night. Which I thought was, again, expensive. Huh. Do I sneak over this path? I do. There we go. We got it. The Pavilion Project. Sounds like a bad movie. I need to get some water and let some water go. BRB. Well, I didn't have my camera on quick enough, but I got off my bike, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's early, right? There's nobody around. All of a sudden, there's a German short-haired pointer just sitting right here staring at me. And I'm like, oh, hi, little buddy. And he was super skittish, and I'm like, that's weird. Where did this guy come from? And then I see this redneck dude come whipping around the corner with another one on a leash. And I said, oh, wow, that scared me. I didn't know where this dog came from. And he says, yeah, it's me. I'm like, oh, I love GSPs. I have a Vizsla. And he's like, yes, they're good dogs. I just got to let this one off the leash now because he likes to bite people. And I'm like, what? What? And I'm like, oh, well, I like dogs. He's like, yeah, some people shouldn't be allowed to have dogs. And I'm like, okay. And then, while we're just sitting there, the two dogs take a huge steaming dump right in front of me on the public park, and the guy proceeds to just say, all right, let's go down to the river and go swimming, which this is not a good river to take your dog swimming in either. I'm thinking, dude, you're the one that just said some people shouldn't have dogs. What's the matter with you? Crazy. So that's the river he's talking about. I mean, it's a serious river, churning up pretty hardcore. I don't know if that would be one that I would want to let my dog go swimming in. S.W. Collins, the Pioneer Lumberyard, yes, yeah. And there's the Hannaford, yes, yeah. I was talking to my buddy last night, and he said that it's really the only place to get groceries around here. Fort Kent's a cool little town, but I mean, really, there's nothing going on. Nothing. Little downtown here. Oh, goodness. They have a Dollar General. Well, that's good. And here we go, buddy. America's First Mile. Woo! I'm gonna get a picture. First Mile, baby. Key West, Florida. That's where we went. So that's 2,446 miles. That's pretty awesome. Let's get out of here before I get in trouble. Now we're going to cross the bridge and go get some Tim Hortons, bud. Yes, yeah. Here we go. That's the river you want your dog to go swimming in? Woo! And welcome to Canada. Yes, yeah. Now I got to be quiet and good at this border crossing or I'll get in trouble. Because that's what happens. Now it's funny, as soon as you come over to Canada, everything turns French. Yeah, everything's French now. Even that guy's like, okay, okay. Sometimes you meet good border guards, other times it's not a good situation. According to GPS, we're only like 19 minutes away. We shall dine like kings. Is pouring rain, but look where we made it to. A Tim Hortons. Let's go get wrecked. Tim Hortons. Look at this. Where else can you get a bagel with lettuce and tomato on it for breakfast? And even the coffee cups. Aw, it's a maple leaf. Reload, round two, another bagel. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here. Well, that was fun. I sat in Tim Hortons for like an hour and a half, hoping that the rain would stop or at least slow down, and it did the opposite. Yes. So now, slight change in plans. I'm gonna go around the corner to this liquor store and see if they have any of the Le Fin du Monde, which was like the whole purpose on coming over, and also to go to Tim Hortons. Check out the paper mill. So Madawaska, Maine is over there, and there's a big paper mill there, and then there's a big paper mill here as well. What's funny is, if I remember correctly, half of the paper mill is in the United States, and then like the other half of it is in Canada. These gloves are awesome, but once your hands get wet, they don't want to go on. Super frustrating. And if you don't get the gauntlet over the outside edge, it actually turns into a funnel. I know you're probably saying, this guy's a fanboy of all things Revit, and there is a little bit of truth to that. Here we go. I guess that's like a Walgreens, and that's how you say it in French. Jean Coutu, which is Walgreens. It is 1.7 kilometers. The Chinese restaurants over here are as sketchy looking as the ones in the US. This is miserable. I wish it wasn't raining. This would have been an awesome journey to just kind of explore. In one of my videos last year, we went into a Canadian Tire. If you ever get a chance and you're up here, you got to stop at one of those places and check it out. The Canadian Tires are hilarious. They're like this ginormous store that essentially has everything, and I think they do sell tires, but they sell everything. Kind of reminds me of like a redneck Dollar General. Place I'm going to should be right here. I just don't know. Yes. Oh, there it is. So in New Brunswick, you're supposed to go to the New Brunswick alcohol stores. And that's what this is. Let's see if they got it. La fin du monde. Oh. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull right up on here. Because now I can load everything in without getting wet. Okay, that was a successful mission. I got 6. I don't dare to get more than that because I really don't know how much you're supposed to go, and I don't trust the cashier telling me, oh yeah, it's okay. He's like, just load up, no problem. I'm like, yeah, no problem for you until you get arrested. So here's what I got to do. I grabbed this thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, yeah, that won't close. I knew it. La fin du monde. I'm gonna get another piece of cardboard. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, now what I did was I ended up getting a bottle of this whiskey that's aged in barrels, which looks exciting. And the guy's like, did you try the Moosehead? So I'm going to get this from my across the street Steve. And it comes with a little koozie. Aww. But what I have to do here is be smart about this so things don't break. That gives us a little bit more insurance. I like this. La fin du monde. If I blow up when I'm riding, you'll know what happened. Good to go. Gagnon. Now we're going to go to the Four Corners Madawaska Park. It's only a mile, 1.8 miles, so that's funny. And my passport is in here. It'll be a trick to see what happens. No français. No français? Yeah, rain. Thank you. Oh, okay, yes, thank you. Merci. People are super friendly, by the way. And it's funny because you're in Fort Kent and you're like, oh, I'm on the edge of the world. And then you come across the border and it's like a mini city and everybody out here is like partying. It's funny. There's the Canadian Tire over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's just raining and it's funny. The IGAs are still in business up here in the States. They've all kind of gone away because the big stores have purchased them. Okay. My phone doesn't like the fact that it's wet. I think that's funny. I don't like the fact that I'm wet iPhone. Canadian signs are off the mark too. They do a picture for everything. Like that one just has a picture of a glass of beer and a guy hitting the golf club. To me, that's just awesome. See? Inglis Street. Eglis. I thought it was English, like English. But one of the streets here is Canada Street. I thought that was funny too. So actually we are going to go on Canada Road. I'll show you where it is. It's right up here. It is the road that goes to the border. Right there. Canada. This is a pretty happening town right across the border. I mean, it's got it going on. You cross over to Fort Kent, kind of a little sad little area. Not a lot going on, and you feel like you're on the edge of the world. Actually, Madawaska. I'm sorry. Madawaska's right across the border here. And this way, right here, to Route 1, Gagnon. You have to arrête. Stop. And is this where you go? Oh, yes. There it is. There it is. So there's the paper mill, and you can see they truck the steam and pulp across the river for processing. See if I can look over there. See that bridge? It's pretty wild. All right, I'm going to shut the camera off now because I do not want to get in trouble. Sometimes they get funny. So I'll see you in 2 seconds.
One eternity later.
So, guess what? I was honest and said, hey, I have some beverage. And they said, cool, pull over to the gate. I was like, come on. Seriously? So they like have to tabulate the alcohol percentage and all this stuff. That's kind of wild. You know how much it cost me after a half an hour of waiting? $3.15. That is so dumb. But anyways, I'm sure there's a reason why they're doing it. And that's their brand new facility there. They just opened it up. So Fort Kent is to the right, and that is basically Route 1 all the way up there. But we're going to stop over here at this Four Corners Park real quick and just do like a drive-through. This is the one of the four corners of the U.S. And I think you drive over here. Yeah. And you do this like little roundabout thing here without falling over. Doo-doo-doo. And look at that. Woo! It's pretty cool. They're closed, but this is it. Brum brum. I love it. Sweet. If you ever get up here, this is a cool place to bring a picnic, I guess. The people that run the place are super nice too. Alright, so now we're going to go to the left, not get hit, and get to Fort Kent. The rain has slowed down just a pinch too, which is fantastic. The next stop we're going to make is the First Mile Brewery. If you look straight ahead, there's a ski mountain, which is crazy. They only have a few trails. I've talked about it before as well. It's the Fort Kent ski area, but they had a promotion where they showed a guy parachuting in to ski it. Napa Auto Parts, bud. Napa know how. And here's the old train stations. And this is First Mile Brewing. Oh no, they're not open. Oh man, they open later. I'll come back, First Mile. I'll come back. I'll come back. Don't worry. Launch it. Look at that lumberyard too, huh? It's a skidder train. That's what it is. Come in. There's a log yard. The rails, cars get loaded up, and it goes off to the mill. Yes, yeah. That'd be a fun job, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Was that necessary? Was that necessary? Mr. Bronco, take his mirror off.
Tomorrow.
Beautiful day today. Absolutely gorgeous. And I am packing up my bike and airing out all my dirty laundry on my friend's driveway because it got wet. But I had a very, very close encounter with a moose. So I was camped out on his backyard, and I woke up in the middle of the night to this heavy breathing noise, and I'm not going to imitate it because you guys are a bunch of weirdos. I thought, that doesn't sound good. That sounds like a moose. So I clapped a few times, and then sure enough, into the woods. And my tent, he must have brushed up against the side of it, because this morning when I was taking everything down, that's one of my tent stakes. And I don't know how good this camera is, but these are the high strength forged aluminum Like, you cannot bend these. To see this totally taken for a ride means the moose was super close. What my buddy said is, good thing he didn't step on your head. That was wild, man. Wild. Well, anyways, I'm going to get this packed up. Going to go to Sunday morning meeting. And then I'm going to put on some clothes, hit the road. And I'm going to try to stop by the First Mile Brewing Company again after services and see if they're open. And if they are, I'm going to grab a frosty beverage. All right, back on the road. The sun is shining, at least for the time being. I'm so excited. We have about 6 hours ahead of us, so a little bit of a ride. But it's a beautiful day and the sun is shining at the moment. I will tell you, all of my gear is soaking wet from yesterday. But the beautiful thing is that it should dry out quickly because it's not super humid out right now. I do have 81 on the clock though for degrees, so that's pretty warm. There's a group of Grandpa 5000s or 10,000s. I didn't even wave. Nice. Oh, that skunk smells so bad. Hit me in the face like a angry Jamaican woman. Here we go. On the side of this log yard, First Mile Brewing, bud. Are they open? Please be open. Please, 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 please. And they're open. Yes. Sweet. Let's check them out. You guys are open? Yeah. Whoa, check this out. This place is awesome. I am so glad I waited. First Mile Brewing, bud. Yes, yeah. Just a wicked decent one. Look at this. The brewery's over here. More beer, please. Yes, sir. IGA. Remember we were talking about those? Look at that, huh? All right, let's get some beverage. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Tell me, what do we got here?
Okay, so we've got Map 67, which is one of my personal favorites. And then Kent's Kolsch, which is brand new.
Whoa.
And Mother Pucker, very popular in the summertime.
Mother Pucker. That sounds rather dangerous to say on YouTube.
And just the tip.
That even sounds dangerous. Yes. All right, let's try these. This is Map 67. Oh, that's delicious. Another one. That's delicious as well. Collect the whole set. Ah, that place was awesome. And I only did some samples because obviously riding on two wheels, dangerous. But what I did get was a sticker. Look right there, baby. First Mile Brewing Company. Hey, that's cool. You are part of the bike now. Grandpa! And after you've had a few beers, you go next door to Portraits by Lulu, and everything is looking good. There's also a restaurant, the Whistle Stop, and then a barber shop. Yes, yeah. Okay, ready? Nice. All right. We have 5.5 hours. There's the Fort Kent ski area. And where's Grandpa? 8,000, whatever you are. What a beautiful day to rear end a Buick. I'm still in awe of how large these churches are, the old Catholic churches. So this is going to route us pretty much the same way we came up. Route 11 all the way down to Patton, is it? Is that the place? There's Fort Kent, the original one. That's cool. And And again, Route 1 ends right there like you saw yesterday, so get your bearings. And 47 miles on Route 11. And Dinah's Laundromat, bud. Yes, yeah. Yeah, the issue with wearing wet gear... the issue with wearing wet gear when it's hot is your body just like immediately tries to sweat and it can't quite get it. And there are some grooves written in this road from the logging trucks. Wow. There's the moose. All right, I figured we'd take a quick little detour on one of these dirt roads. It's Sunday. So that is not as dangerous as during the week, and it's hotter than Hades. So I thought, hey, come up here and let's see if we can swim in this pond. And these are your classic logging roads up here. You just don't want to get into trouble because there is nobody out here and there's no service. These roads are chunky. Okay, according to the map, if I go this way, I'm going to end up near this big pond over here. This is it. Ah, there's a house down here. Darn it. I gotta turn around. Yoo-hoo. I did it. And I didn't die. Alright. This looks like an ATV trail. And it looks like I'm just gonna continue to get into trouble here. So... let's take a break for 1 second. Here's the trail that goes down to the water. I just walked it, and it's doable for the most part until you get down to there, and it turns into a massive mud hole, and there's no way around. There's stumps on either side. So, yeah. Plus the water's pretty murky, so it wouldn't really make for a good swimming hole. Interestingly, though, there's somebody's camp out here, which is kind of wild. Out in the middle of nowhere. Nice little camp, but it doesn't look like anybody's been there for quite some time. I know somebody's been down here because they've cut up trees from the recent storms. And there's a bunch of boats, like paddle boats, on the shore down there too. So there must be some camp that everybody goes out to. But yeah, it was worth a shot. It's pretty. The horse flies or deer flies are off the hook. They're like 10 out of 10. That's why I actually put my helmet back on, because I just keep biting my top of my head. So I got to turn this boat around here. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to drive here and then try to get the butt around there and then go out that way. I think that's the best way to do it. Again, without dying. And there we go. I knew that was going to happen. Ah, darn it. That's all right. You want to see how easy it is to ride up a BMW? Grab the handlebars and the back piece and just stand it up. Like I said, just stand it up. Come on, kickstand. Nope. Set it back down. because it's because the back tire's up. There we go. And the kickstand wants to dig in now. Shall we try it again? Children of the sea. I like how the bike shuts off automatically. That's kind of cool. All right. The problem is I have very little strength in my left leg because of my accident, so it makes it impossible. Let's do this. Okay. Now, I'm going to put it in neutral. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to put the kickstand down. Watch this. We'll get this time. We'll get it. You're not listening. It's the ruts that are killing me. I think if I'm careful here, I can punch it to get onto the other side of that mud hole. I should. Yes. Success. Woohoo! That was fun. Not ever to be repeated. Ha! Okay, now I'm hot. Wow. Woo! On this adventure of I told you not to do it, but you did it anyways. That's all right. The thing with these bikes, they're very well balanced, but if you get into a rut situation like that and you can't touch the ground and they start to tip, it gets bad really fast. But the cool thing, again, is because they are well balanced, if you do the sit on the seat and use your legs to stand up trick, you can usually get out of anything. My only problem is where I was trying to stand it up is right in a rut and it's slippery, so very difficult. All right. Now, in case you're ever on back roads, logging roads always point like an arrow to the main road. So see how this road kind of comes in at an angle? That's telling us that this road takes us back to the main road. Now, if I didn't have GPS, that would be really helpful if you were lost. But you can see these roads all point. Now, this road doesn't point. That's a dead end. So you get to the end and you say, oh, can't go any further, turn around, come back. This road will point you back towards the main road and then back to the main road itself. Ah, the wind feels good. Whew, my temperature gauge is a little bit on the overheating side, internally myself. The bike's fine. Bike's like, do you mind? Can you stop playing around with me and just drive? Sorry, Mr. Bike. I'll do better. That is the 5th time I've tipped over this bike. Unless you're on Facebook Marketplace, it's never gone down, bud. But you can see it's well protected. And again, if you do the sit-stand method, it's very easy to get upright. You'll have it up in like 9 minutes. I wanted to enjoy a beer down by the water there, but the bugs are so bad, it's impossible. Which I sort of anticipated would be the case. That's all right. And you're probably wondering, like, why isn't this guy going faster than this right now? So I'm going like 25, 30, but the road is full of really, really loose gravel. So the bike wants to kick. If you start to feel it losing control, you just power through it, and it does fine. But you can't power through the whole road, right? You can only go a certain amount under that burst of power. Wow, that took it out of me. I watched some of my friends' videos, Lavi and Ollie. If you check them out there, they got some nice videos, but they do a lot of off-roading on their Suzuki, and they've also hit the wall a few times too with dumping it, and it just, like I said, takes it out of you, takes it out of your body. Here we go. There's Amish everywhere over here, which is awesome, but you just got to make sure you don't ride through the turd. Isn't that right, Zedekiah? Where are they going? They're like everywhere. Like Visa. They're everywhere you want to be, bud. Yes, yeah. Must be a big old community center up here. Those horses are actually going pretty fast if you think about it. They're towing a buggy and everything. Fresh poopy. Smells terrific. They probably come here with their horses to get them refueled. See, here's one of theirs. No, that isn't. There's propane. Yeah, I don't know. No, it can't. That can't be one of their places. They don't believe in propane, do they? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. I know there's like two classes of Amish people. There's Amish, and then there's like another class below that. Mennonites. Amish are like the kings, because they don't, like, nothing is usable technology wise. And then you go to the Mennonites, and they don't use all the technology, but they do use some of it, right? Is that right? I think so. It's a relatively new concept up here in Maine. The last couple of years, just been a lot more folks popping up. In 2 miles, I'm going to be getting on 95. I was hoping to get some Petro before I got on there, but I don't know if there's a gas station. Maybe? Little Deb's? No, that's closed. I don't know, but somebody is driving like ridiculously slow up here. That Caravan. I mean, maybe there's a horse in the front of it. Oh, there's another one. Woo! Awesome, buddy. Yeah, that guy was like, right on, right on. That was cool. Oh, look, there's another Amish guy with his dog. How's it going, buddy? Aroostook County line, bud, going into Shaman. The Amish people are going to and from somewhere. I gotta find out where it is. I got a stinking black fly in my eye at our last rendezvous there too, which is annoying me. I gotta get it out because it's like stuck in my eyeball and it hurts. I'm still following the trail of golden nuggets here. So, and it's two-way traffic both sides, so they got to be coming and going somewhere. None of these houses really look Amish to me, unless the Amish like board and batten siding. I have a feeling when I get over here to where I'm gonna get on the interstate, there's gonna be nothing. Some of these exits Like this one has north and southbound on it, so I wonder, maybe there'll be a gas station. Benedicta, bud, yes, yeah. Stacyville. Sherwin-Williams. Look at that old logging truck. Skidda, bud. Okay, so we got a fuel store. We'll stop over here and get some petro. Petro. I need some. I can go on either side. That's the beautiful thing about a motorcycle. I haven't recovered temperature-wise from our last adventure off-road, so I just filled up my water bottle and got gas, and now look at what it's doing outside. I don't know if you could see it, but it's like pouring buckets, which is fantastic. But I'm kind of okay with that. I'm gonna get on the highway and just rip it. And the highway is right over there. So I'll jump on there and call it a day. Yeah, buddy. There was tons of horse and buggies. They were all giving me thumbs up. Woo! One guy yelled at the window, woo! I'm like, right on. I was gonna tell him pull over and I'll give you a ride, but probably can't do that. All right, I got some water. I'm getting a headache. Oof. Hey, who's this little guy over here? Riley. Hey, Riley. Riley, look. It's your wine or rye, my bud. Yes, yeah. Oh, hi, little buddy. Oh, yeah. You having a good time going for a ride? He's like, there's a lot of smells around here. Oh, yeah. Last stretch. When I was getting gas, like I showed you in the last shot, it started to rain, and then it just stopped. I'm like, are you kidding me? I met a guy who has been living in the back of his truck for a couple months. Super nice guy. And then the folks in front of us, they have the dog Riley. Super nice folks as well. And also they're going super fast. And then another guy that was gassing up next to me said that he rode his motorcycle from Gorham, Maine, which is in southern Maine, all the way down to Key West, like we did, and then flipped and went all the way up on the other side of the Mississippi River and went into Ottawa, Canada, and then came back around the other side. So that's quite the deal. The guy that was in the back of his truck, super cool guy, he said that he wants to buy a 50cc moped and go across the country with it. Why? I don't know about that. Because think about the top speed. I don't even know if you could keep up with, like, you definitely can't do 75 on them. So I don't know. To me that'd be a little scary. This weather is so weird. It was like beautiful up north, and then it rained, and now it's like 87 degrees, and you could cut the air with a knife. Have to be a sharp knife too. All right, we got 3.5 hours till we're home. Woo-hoo, can't wait to sleep in my own bed. Well, we're in the home stretch. We're going to be getting off the Great Slab here in about 8 miles. So I figured I'd just conclude the video because it's hotter than Satan's armpits right now. I think what I'm going to do when I get home is jump in the lake with all of my gear on. That way I can wash it off. But I hope you enjoyed our ride today. Saw some pretty cool stuff. Had a pretty good time. Nice to catch up with old friends. And man, First Mile Brewery, huh? How about that? Let me know what you think of the video. Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for your subscription. It keeps our program going. And as always, 9, ride safe.